What's up, my homies? I always love that little countdown music, and I dressed up a little bit for you today. I got a little sweater on. We had some of our good friends come over from Franklin, and I'm excited. Like today really felt like the perfect normal day. It was pretty awesome. Um, yeah, I got up at my 3:11, knocked out my 50, 20, 50 of work. I got that from this guy, Dean Jackson, where work 50 minutes, take a 20-minute break, work 50 more minutes, and um, just plugging away on referrals while you sleep. So that was awesome. And then what did I start watching? Oh, I started watching the Alabama spring game that played yesterday. So it was good to see who's. I'm like an Alabama fanatic. It's my thing, and I've always told Cassie I've got 13 to 16 weekends a year that I can just tune out and just enjoy that. And so made some breakfast for my typo diet, and it was hamburger and olive oil and goat cheese and spinach and walnuts. It was that was my salad. It was actually really good. And I saw stuff on my typo diet, and I was watching the spring game when the boys woke up and they came down, and we all cuddled up on the couch and we watched it. And it's really cool that that they get football, and so we were watching that. And then we've got this little, it's like a Mario Kart type game called Beach Buggy Racing, and we played that for hours. And man, it was just a great day. Some of our good friends came over that lives in Franklin now that we haven't seen. It'd been a long time. Their daughter is she's like a year and a half, and I don't think I'd seen her since she was a baby. And we've gone on vacations with these folks, and so it was great to see them. And so one of the things I wanted to share that kind of made today really great was private work. And here's kind of my private work journal. And so my real estate coach and mentor, Joe Stump, this is something that he started doing for himself about a decade ago. And he's been working on it, and it's now a thing that he does, a business. And I'm going to share you a little bit about it. My favorite thing about it is, I mean, I've spent tens of thousands of dollars on coaches, and like always wanting the edge and wanting to, I guess kind of know the next step. And well, here I'm going to share a little screen. I got it here because see it. Where is it? Is this it? Yeah. I still think this is so cool. This is good. Yes. So this is what I like about it. Um, in private work, like I'm my own coach. So it's a journaling exercise where there's 20 questions that I ask about one main question. And so I try to do private work every day. It's been mind blowing at the insight that I've received. And what I love about insight is, like I can like try to make myself do something, and like it can feel really hard, or I can just see the world differently and I just do things differently. And I don't know if that makes sense, but this journaling has been just really, really beautiful. So I did my private work this morning, and I wanted to share this with you because this is something that he's doing right now in beta. He hasn't released it to anyone except for there's a few hundred of us that are doing this. Really is a private beta, and you can sign up for free. Do it in the morning, and when he'll actually walk you through it if you like. And then he's got this little question. So I print this out, and I've probably done about 200 of these now. And So I started today on my private work. I'm gonna shut this down. And the question that I asked myself, because I did this right before our friends came over, I was like, man, I already knocked out my work. I've already spent like 3 hours with the kids playing video games and watching the Alabama football game. And this is the perfect day. I had some showings set up with some clients and my showing agent. And so my clients were out of town. So my showing agent went to the house and he zoomed all of us in and walked us through the houses, which was really cool. And this was my question, like what do I imagine is possible when today is my perfect normal day? And let's see if there's anything that's actually like cool about this. One of the questions is what's occurring now, and I said, well, what is the self-love boundaries that I can put in place that make this possible? And so, like, are there boundaries that I could put in place so that this does become my perfect day? And I came up with a few things. I've never read this to you before, but this is kind of cool. What's missing is just surrendering. um, and I'm really enjoying these flipping homes. That's one of the things that came up. And this was really cool. It says one of the questions is what really matters. And today I felt like just doing what I enjoy. There's a quote that someone said. Oh, I'm going to share this with you. Let's see if I can pull it up. I have to memorize it. And she said, anything have to do see if this works. If you remind me, I can look it up. And so this lady, she was a centennian. She's 100 years old, and she said, anything that you've got to do is work. Anything you get to do is play. Work will kill you, play won't. And so today, one of the things that for me is what really matters. It's doing what I enjoy. And the next question is, what difference will this make? And for me today, it's, man, like I'm fulfilling my dream. This is my 3 freedom buds is what I call them. Like it was so much energy and fun to to wake up, do the thing that I love doing, working on referrals while you sleep, spend 3 hours with the boys. Friends came over. We hung out with them. It was beautiful. Yeah. So I wanted to share that with you, that private work. So you can, if you want, so every day, I think it's 5 days a week, Joe comes up with a new question and what walks you through an hour, like an hour meditation, kind of thinking through that. I did that probably, I don't know, 50 times or so. And now what I do is I actually come up with a question that's relevant for me every day. And so this was the one for me. And I know I already talked about Alabama, but I think I got to say Nick Saban. Like that's a thing. And it just so happens that I read a quote from him today that I think goes along really well with this, and it really impacted me because someone was asking, "Hey, when are you going to retire? What's next for you?" And this is what he said. He said, I don't really know. He said, we work on a process, and what we do is we focus on what do we need to do tomorrow, the next day, and the day after that to make progress and make good choices and decisions about what we do with our team. And that just really stuck out to me about one of my things right now is just realizing this is present moment is all that I got. One of my mentors, a guy that mentored me for a little while, Chip Chipman, which is an awesome name. Chip Chipman. I just got to type that because I love typing stuff here, and that's just an awesome name, Chip Chipman. Like it's an amazing name. Anyway, um, he said, "This moment's all that we got. The past doesn't exist anymore, and the future's not real. This moment's all that we got." And this quote here really brought it down to when I imagine like this perfect day that I've had. It's awesome. What do I need to do to make it normal? And it really ties into what I learned from Nick today. And yeah, we're on first name basis, me and Nick. What do I need to do tomorrow and the next day and the day after that to make progress, make good choices and decisions about what I do with my dream is how I would do it. And I really like that. So today was a perfectly normal day. I appreciate you guys with your feedback. I love your emails. Let me know your questions and kind of what's happening and how you're going to apply 80/20. And really appreciate you. This is a lot of fun. And I'll see you tomorrow. All right, ciao.